This is the new Sony Fr7, and it is something completely new to the industry and incredibly exciting. So you know that overused term game changer? I hate to use it, but for certain parts of our industry, this thing is a complete game changer. It's the first product that has really merged two pretty separate categories of products. It's part of their cinema lineup. It's got a full frame 4K sensor and E-mount. It's got 4K up to 120 frames a second in S-Log 3, 15 stops of dynamic range. You know, this is a cinema camera. But it's also a PTZ camera with everything that you'd expect from a high-end PTZ. Full remote pan, tilt and zoom functionality with the right lens, a fantastic browser control interface and networking capabilities, 12G SDI output, even an SFP fiber connection for long distance cabling, Genlock and timecode, you know, so many PTZ features here. This is the first time we've ever seen a camera like this. It is both equal parts an industry-leading PTZ camera and an industry-leading cinema camera. The best way I can describe this is that it's an FX6 inside a PTZ form factor. You know, it's the same sensor, the same recording capabilities and options, the same ND system and audio system, the same frame rates and mounts. It is an FX6, but it's one designed to be controlled remotely. And the more you think about that and the more you start picturing the sorts of work that could use something like this, the more exciting the camera becomes. This completely changes the PTZ industry and will open up a lot of options for larger multi-camera productions as well. And there's a much bigger discussion to be had around this camera and its potential, so we're going to be making a lot more videos soon, I'm sure. But for now, let's just quickly go through some of the main details. So let's look at how it's actually designed. The whole concept rests on the slimming down of the camera unit into this tiny sensor block here. This is the sensor, lens mount and ND system. All of the rest of the camera internals are down in the base. It's a really elegant design and reminds me of what Sony actually did with their Rialto extension unit for their high-end Venice cinema camera. It's taking, I guess, what they learned from developing that system and using it to make a full frame camera block lightweight enough to actually work on top of a PTZ. But having a full frame sensor and interchangeable lens mount opens up a whole world of questions about lenses. Now you can use any full frame E-mount lens, of course. You can use a prime lens, for example, to get that really shallow depth of field and excellent quality. But if you want zoom functionality, there's really only a few lenses that you'll want to consider. The main one is the 28-135mm. That's this lens here. This is the standard video zoom lens for the FX6 and FX9, and it's easily going to be the most popular lens with this camera because it gives you a decent all-purpose zoom range. There's also then two wide-angle 16-35s, the T3.1 version and the new lightweight F4 one, which I think will be the more popular of the two as its quality is still very, very high and it's significantly lower in price. Those are going to be pretty much the only lenses you'll be able to remotely control the zoom on unless Sony come out with more full frame power zoom offerings in the future. You can adjust for larger and smaller lenses by shifting the camera block backwards and forwards with this locking lever here, and there are clear markers from the base plate for remembering positions for different lenses, which is very helpful. Plus there are rods and a lens port at the front which easily connects to the 28-135. It's a really smartly designed system. Down in the base you get all the connections at the back and also two card slots on the side. Now these are the same card slots as you'd get on the FX6, with each slot accepting either SD cards or CF Express Type A cards. The recording modes are exactly the same as the FX6, which is a huge step up in internal recording capabilities compared to any other PTZ camera on the market. Plus you can control the recording over the network, play back your clips over the network, and even upload the full resolution files up to an FTP server to send them anywhere around the world, which can also be automated if you need that. As I mentioned at the start, there's a 12G SDI port out for up to 4K 60 over an SDI connection, and that is so important to fit it into high-end PTZ workflows. There's also an HDMI out and the SFP fiber port. The LAN port can be upgraded to NDI-HX with an optional license if you're in the NDI world, but for the rest of us, we're mainly going to be using that LAN port for controlling and monitoring the camera. Sony have several physical PTZ controllers which are already established in the market, like this RM IP500, but they also have this new browser control screen which they've designed specifically for the FR7. This is where you primarily control the camera and change your settings, and it can be accessed on any computer on the same network or even over Wi-Fi on something like this iPad here. It's really well laid out and gives you all the options you would normally get on an FX6, including the playback mode, which works surprisingly well, even over Wi-Fi. So, I normally finish these quick videos with a short summary of who we think each product is for and which sectors of the industry would be most interested in it. But for a camera like this, it's hard to keep that short. Like I said, we're going to be making more videos discussing the FR7 and the impact that we think it's going to have on the industry soon. But essentially, in our opinion, this becomes the industry's flagship remote camera. It's going to fit into markets which wouldn't normally consider using a PTZ because maybe they didn't want to compromise on image quality. Because this is exactly the same quality as the FX6, which is a Netflix approved camera, remember. It'll also transform the current high-end PTZ market. If that is the world that you work in, I think you absolutely should be at least investigating this as an option. So that is the new Sony Fr7. If you want to buy one for yourself, head over to provi.co.uk or talk to our sales team directly, of course. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.